Hello everyone. In this video I will show you how to use some of the information services provided by the university. You should take advantage of them to find good materials to write your papers. So a simple thing you can do is to go to the university's main website, then scroll down, look for library, then find this drop-down menu, go to databases, click on go. And before we look at the specific databases, see that you first have a search bar called Una Búsqueda. This service includes all of the university's catalog. That means all of the physical material from the libraries as well as all the digital material that the university is subscribed to. So you can use this tool to look for information in a more general way. So let's give it a try and write a general term such as critical pedagogy. And then press enter. Okay, see, this service can be used openly, but if you sign in, you will have access to even more results. So that's what I'm going to do now. Here you will need your ID number and password, the same information that you use to do registration or to access other platforms. Then wait for a couple of seconds. Of course, I'm using a very general search term just to have a general panorama of what information I could find here. If I look at the right, I have a list of approximately how many results belong to journals, how many of them have full text. Here I have some results that correspond to physical documents found in the university's libraries. I can also apply general filters such as relevance, author, title, and date. But now I need to make this more specific. For example, I could add critical pedagogy and language teaching. Then press enter. Okay, see that I'm getting first hit from the 90s and then one from 2018, so it's a bit inconsistent. So let's try another filter and use date. Okay, and on top I'm shown what kind of document this is. We have a thesis, another one, quite a few theses actually. And then we have a journal article, for example, effects of using inquiry-based learning on EFL students' critical thinking skills. The title sounds promising. I'm going to take a look at this document. So when you click on a document's title, you'll have a bibliographic breakdown of the information. You have the abstract and keywords, and we have full text available. I'm going to click here. I need to wait for a few seconds, and this is probably stored in another database from the university, so I need to log in again. Just the same procedure as before. Okay, the document is here, 15 pages. I see it comes from a journal, and I can click here and download the file. It's a a good idea for you to write a specific name for this document so you can find it later. Otherwise, by default, all the documents are called out. It's going to be confusing if you have many of them with the same name. Okay, I'm going to close this tab. Going to go back. See, I can use subject filters and show more. See, education, higher education, pedagogy, research, and so on. So I can check those that I'm interested in, and I can keep on refining my search and find more concrete material. I'm going to go back to the library's website, and here we have various databases, and they are arranged alphabetically. And I'm going to show you the ones I normally use, because we have very specific databases. For example, ones having to do with agriculture, architecture, business, and so on. So I'm going to show you the ones that usually have information related to education, language teaching, pedagogy, and so on. So first database that we have here is called Academic Complete by Proquest. Here we can find books in digital format. Something important to bear in mind here is that you will need to create a secondary account in order to use eBook Central. If you create this account, you will be allowed to download chapters from the books you find in PDF format. Let's try again critical pedagogy. For example, we have echoes from Freire for a critically engaged pedagogy. So you can click on it. You can read online. If you use the read online option, you will have access to all of the book. So you can highlight, search for specific words within the book. If I go back, see that there's this button called full download. This works if you first create an account here and also install a program called Adobe Digital Editions. With this program, you can download a temporary version of this book and read it from your computer. Also, if you create an account here, eBook Central, you can download specific chapters from the books you find. So you can keep them handy and use them whenever you want. And of course, you can apply filters. See, on the left, I can use year filters, topic filters, language filters, author filters, and so on. So you can play with the filters to refine your searches. Now let's go back to the library's main website. Now we have Ebsco Academic Search Ultimate. I'm going to click on it. And you may or may not be required to log in depending on your connection. So let's try again critical pedagogy, and oh, see, it's giving me a suggestion, foreign language education. Let's follow the suggestion. Then you need to wait for a few seconds, and you have filters. For example, it's giving me information since 1995. Probably it's too old. I'm going to restrict it. Perhaps see the latest 10 years. And also full text, because sometimes you only get the abstracts and that can be disappointing. And of course, you may also need to refine the terms you're using. And there's this other link here, databases. If you click on it, See, I'm using Academic Search Ultimate. I may also select as many as databases here, as many as needed, in order to get even more information. However, if you mark too many of them, the retrieval process may be a little bit slower than usual because you're using more information. For example, education research, Eric. Let's see, are there any others that could have to do with pedagogy? Maybe not. Let's accept. I'm going to search again. Okay, I have a wider range. I need to restrict it. And full text. Of course, you may need to adjust the search terms you're using. For example, it's PDF. PDF is available. See, Journal of Education Research 2011. I can download it here, and I can use this as a source for a paper. I'm going to go back and look at another database I use, and it's called Jstor. Okay, in Jstor you usually find the older material, but still you can find recent material as well. Okay, let's try again with critical pedagogy. See, for example, very first hit, critical pedagogy and classroom practice. Let's give it a try. Yeah, 13 pages. And it comes from a journal from 2006, not too old, not too new. And here you can download it. If I go back, see, there are filters as well. I can restrict it to journals only. A year range in subjects, and I can show more. Let's see if I have education. I seem to be getting the same results. See, can we be critical of critical pedagogy? Only 5 pages. It still can be downloaded. Let's go back. Well, of all the available databases, these are the most useful for language teachers. The others are very specific. We have music, business, economy. So I hope you find these tools useful and take advantage of them to find good information for your own papers.